Hello, this is Frida. Welcome to my channel. For today's tutorial, I am going to show you how to crochet this lovely stitch. It is very different, and if you look at closely, it looks like it has been weaved, like weaving. But no, I have crocheted this hat from the middle all the way down. And I used this is 100% variegated yarn that I had in my stash, and the yarn was hand spun cattle dyed yarn that I have bought it from this company, and it's 100% wool that I have hand spun myself. And then this is just a similar tag. This is not the tag, but I just wanted to show you that it's pure wool. And then I bought the fiber, and then I spun it myself. First I dyed the yarn to this color, and then I hand spun it. So this was in my stash. This is just a closer tag that I tried to figure out. So it's about 100 gram, 99 gram it says, but this when I weighed it, it was about 100 gram. 140 yards, 120 meters. So if you have anything more than this, that would be great, because as you can see, I did not have enough yarn to crochet longer for the brim. But for this tutorial, I have enough yarn that I have in my stash again. I did not go out and buy yarn. I just used the yarn that I have in my stash. And I took some pictures just to show you how it looks like on a person's head, which I tried it today. And fits perfectly. So I am going to show you how to crochet this stitch. This is just a regular hat that I've been crocheting, and I will give you the dimensions on how to crochet this hat. Okay, the yarn that I'm going to use today, again, this is in my stash. I bought this yarn a couple of months ago, and you need to, if you have a bulky yarn like this, the stitch shows better. And then I have total of 300 gram of yarn here. I used the 2 balls that I had. I bought this on iceyarn.com. You can go and check them out. These were on sale. And okay, let me just give you some information about the yarn, because everyone asks. If you're not interested, you can skip this part. Okay, it's a pear alpaca bulky, it says. And it is 25% alpaca, 50% merino wool, and 25% acrylic, which is super soft, and it is it's a bulky yarn. Okay, and the crochet hook for this stitch, to create the stitch, I would advise you to use a smaller hook than what it's advised on the label. It says here to knit or crochet with a 6mm crochet hook, but I'm going to use my 4mm crochet hook because we need it tight so the hat can cover your head nice, and because it's already soft and then it will grow, so we don't want that to have it. We want the stitch to be tight. Okay, so to start, we need to do a magic loop and then crochet about 6 stitches, 6 single crochets, and I'm going to pull up my 4mm crochet hook here that I have. Okay, here we go, 4mm. I think even 4 is a big. I'm going to try with the 3.5, and then we'll see if it's too small. Then I can always change it back to 4. Okay, so just make a magic loop just like this, and then chain, do 6, total of 6, 2, 3, 4, 3.5. Yeah, this is going to be hard. Okay, so I'm going to pull it, and then I'm going to put a marker here. You need a marker just in case you don't want to pass that. Okay, so I'm going to put my marker here, and I'm going to change my crochet hook because the 3.5 is pretty, this is pretty bulky when you can notice it. See? The crochet hook is too small, so I'll be right back. I'll grab my 4mm crochet hook. Okay, just before I start, you can use any yarn in your stash. It doesn't have to be bulky, but if you have something 4 and bigger, that would be big. Like it says here, this is a 5 weight yarn. So if you have anything 4 weight and bigger, that would be great to crochet this lovely stitch, because it shows the stitch by like weaving. It looks like it's a weaved stitch. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do double on each single crochet, which I have total of 6, so we're going to have total of 12. Okay, the stitch is different, just to point that out. So what I'm going to do is, yeah, it's going to be hard with this marker that I put, but let me try it. Okay. Let me just do the first stitch, and then I will put my marker where we started, or even I can put it here on this last. I'll just put it here, and I will know this is the last stitch on the row. Okay, so I'm going to start the next row. It's going to be like a spiral. We're going to go round it around. This is how it looks like. Okay, this was when I was learning how to spin, so the yarn ended up to being thin and thick, and you can see some of the stitches that are thin, but yeah, most of the yarn was bulky, chunky yarn. Okay, so let's go. So this is the first stitch here. You can count it. It's supposed to be 6, 2, 4, and 6. 2, 4. Let me just double count. Yeah, always count your stitches. 2, 4, and 6. Okay. I'm trying to use a solid color so you can see it better. So what I do is I just grab this. Before I do this, I'm going to chain 1 and try to crochet as loose as you can. Okay, and then we're going to pull this little bit, just like this. We're going to pull it, and what we're going to do is we're going to remove the crochet hook, and then from here, and you grab it, and then you pull it like this. So we create this line here, and then we chain 1 as loose as we can. On the same, we're going to do another one. So we're going to pull it just like this, and we're going to repeat it. This creates that stitch. It's like a single crochet. See? Chain 1 again, and then we're going to go to the next. We're going to pull it like we're doing a single crochet. Pull it, and then what you do is you pull your crochet hook and you come it from this side, and then you go to the next one and you pull it. So we create these lines. These lines make that stitch, and then when you look at it, it looks like it's weaved, but no, we're just doing crochet. Again, we chained 1. So we did 1. We're going to do another one on the same, and we're going to pull it like this as loose as we can, and then we're going to come from here, and then we pull pull it underneath like we're doing a slip stitch. Chain one, so we go to the next chain, then we pull it as loose as we can. It has to be tall so we can make that line, and then we pull it just like this. Chain one, chain one, and then go to the next one. Chain one, chain one, and then we go to the next set. So on every chain we repeat this twice. So you should have a total of 12 stitches. Chain one, and then again. Chain one. So we're going to do the last one, last stitch. Pull it like this. Chain one, and on the same. Okay, so we finished our last row. So what we're going to do is on the second row we're going to do 2 on the first. See, so we go between here just like this. We did our chain, so we're going to do 2 on this and try to pull it as loose as you can, just like this. Chain 1 on the same spot, we pull it as loose as we can, and then okay, so on the next, where the next is, it's between these 2 lines that we see. So we just go here, and then we make our stitch. Chain 1. So we make 2 on one chain, and then on the next chain we make 1. So we go to the next chain, and then we make 2. So we're doing 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Just here between these 2 here. And you hold it like this, and you slip it. Chain 1, make another one. Chain 1. Now yarn over. It's like doing a single crochet, but this part is different. Chain 1, and then again we go into between here, then we make 1. So 2, 1, 2, 1. Okay, on the next one we make 2. Chain 1, and another one on that same chain. Okay, so this is all we do. We go round and around, and then we repeat this stitch. We go between, and then you pull it. Chain 1, we did 1, and then we go in here, we make 2. We crochet like this. So after when we finish this row, the next row is going to be 2, 1, 1. So I'm going to let you crochet just gonna let you crochet until you have total of 16 centimeter. So 16 centimeter is about 6 inches. So this is what we do. It's already because the yarn is bulky, we go with the measurements. We don't follow any pattern for this because this is bulky. This was thinner. This yarn was thinner compared to this. So we're just going to measure it and then go from there. So I'm going to let you crochet, finish this row, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. And then the next row is, I will come back and show you, it's supposed to be. I'll be right back. Okay, so I did the last one. I did 1 crochet. So I'm going to be jumping here. So when you finish this, like we always do between these 2 lines, so I come here and I do my double. So I do 2, just like this. Chain 1, loose as you can. And it is very soft, just to point that out. The stitch makes it soft. So we make our second. So on this row, what we do is we do 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. So we make 1 on the next one, chain 1, and then go to the next one, and we make another one. Chain 1 and go to the next one, and we make 2. So I keep on going to the right side of the camera. Chain 1, so we make another one. Pull it. And I will let you crochet like this. 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. And I'll meet you at the end to start the new row. Okay, so I finished this row as well, just to show you how it looks like. So on this next row, what we're going to do is we're going to crochet once on every stitch, just like this. Chain 1, pull it, chain 1, and go to the next one. Crochet, chain 1, and then crochet. I'm going to call this the weave stitch. You can call anything you want. Just like this. So we're going to crochet, chain 1, 1 weave stitch on each chain, and then you go to the all the way around. And I'm just going to measure and show you how big it becomes so fast. Okay, so we're already on the 9 centimeters, so just over 3.5 inches. So we have a little bit more to crochet. So when you finish this row, what we're going to do is we're going to go back what we started. But we're going to do 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1 on each stitch. So when I come back, I will show you, and this is how it looks like so far. See how stitches look? It's really textured stitch. So finish this row, and I will come back to do the next row, which is 2, 1, 1. The next row is 2, 1, 1. So I did my first. I'm going to make another one. Oops. I twist it like this so it's easier to pull it. Chain 1. So I did my 2 on the same spot, and I go between these 2 and I make a 1. Chain 1. And then I make 2 on the next one between these 2. I just grab it. You can see the chain 1, then you just go between, then you make the second. So I'll continue crocheting 2, 1, 1, and then I will come back to show you the next row. I'm not counting the rows, as I said, because this is becoming bigger, and I only need to crochet, like I said, I keep on measuring, so I need to crochet about 6 inches. So I'm almost there. If you look at it, 2 more inches to go, and then we will crochet this part here. So right now we're crocheting the crown area in the middle, and then we will crochet. So I will see you on the next row after you finish 2. Oh, what did I do? 2. Oh, I forgot. I am so sorry. It's supposed to be 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. And then this is hard to rip it apart because of the stitch that we create. So this was supposed to be 2, 1, 1, and then the next row, the next stitch is going to be, so we did our chain, and then the next row, the next chain is 2. So don't forget that 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. So we do 1, chain 1, then we make another 1, and the next one is 2. So don't forget 2, 1, 1. If you want to write it down, please do write it down. So the first, we did 6 single crochets, and on the next row we did the weaving stitch. We did 2, 2, 2, so we had a total of 12. And then on the next row what we did is we did 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. I have this, must be my hair. And then the next row we did is 1, 1, 1. I'm sorry, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. And then the next row we did 1, 1, 1 on each. So now we're doing 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. If I write, I will write it on the description every row if you get confused. So I will come back to show you the next row. Okay, so this row, on this row we only do 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 all the way around, chain 1, don't forget, and then go between these, then you will see the V here. It's like a chain, and then sorry, then you pull it, and then you just do 1, 1 on each of those, and then we're almost done. And on the next row, when we come back, you do 2, 1, 1. Let's say if you have a thinner yarn and then you don't have enough 6 inches, the crown. So what you can do is you repeat. After doing 2, 1, 1, you do 1 on each row, and then on the next row you do 2, 1, 1 until you have 6 inches. So we just repeat the last 2 rows until you have 6 inches. So I'm going to let you crochet the next 2 rows, which this row is 1, 1, 1, and then the next row would be 2, 1, 1. Okay, and I will come back and show you how it looks like so far, and then we'll go from there. Okay, I just measured, so I'm not going to do my last row because when I measure it, I already have 6 inches. When you measure it, I don't want it big enough because the hat is super, like the fabric is super soft, so it will stretch, and I don't want it to stretch. Even I used a smaller crochet hook, but yeah, so I'm gonna leave it the way it is. But if you don't have 6 inches, I would recommend you to do crochet another row until you have 6 rows. If you don't, then crochet 2 more rows, and I will write the how many you need to crochet. So on this next row, I was just about to come, so I'm gonna make another one so I can be right here. So I finish chain 1, and then I finish my row here, and then I just make the stitch just like this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to crochet 1 on each of these stitches, just like this. 1 go round and around like this part that we're going to be crocheting. So we're going to be crocheting total of 13 centimeter. So 13 centimeter is about just over 5 inches. Oh, my screen just went this way. Sorry about that. So 13 centimeter is just over 5 inches that we're going to crochet down. And then when you come to the 13 centimeter, or just over 5.2 inches, then we're going to we're going to crochet the brim. Because I'm using bulky yarn, I make it faster. But if you have a thinner yarn than bulky, you're going to crochet more rows just to get that measurements. And it fits perfectly for your head. Okay, so I will meet you back after we crochet this part until we come to the brim. Okay, so I have crocheted about 13 centimeter after crocheting the crown area. Here we are. So it's about just like 5.2 inches. So what we're going to do is now we're going to crochet the brim area. Okay, so what we're going to do I'm going to put another marker here. I'm just going to move this because I'm done with this part, and this way I can see, I can measure it. It's easy to measure when I received my markers, I think I mentioned on my one of my videos. It arrived. It's tiny, but it does the job. I ordered this over 3 months ago from AliExpress. I thought it was lost, but it arrived, so I guess it was stuck somewhere, so I don't know. But it did arrive, so it's very useful to use these lovely markers. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, now we're finished the hat. Like, you can wear it like this, no problem at all. But if you want to do the brim, what you do is you crochet 1, chain 1, you crochet 1 on the weave stitch, chain 1, and on the next one you crochet 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 on each chain, just like this. So I did my 2. Now we're increasing so the brim can get wider, and then the next stitch is 1, and then the next stitch is 2. So I'm going to let you crochet. I know by pulling this it takes more time to crochet than you're used to crocheting, but the end result is magnificent. Yeah, so after crocheting this, what you can do is you can crochet as long as you want, but I would advise you to not go over I would say 6 rows. Let's say after you finish crocheting this row, you can crochet 5 more rows single on each chain. You do 1 weaving stitch, and then if you want it wider, your brim, if you want it extra wider, what you do is you repeat what we did. You increase because you want to get your brim wider. And this one I did not have enough yarn, as you can see. See, it's wide, but if I had enough yarn, I would have crocheted more. But it still looks good. Even I crocheted just a little bit, but it does the job. See, as you can see, it's wider. See how it gets wider? So after crocheting 6 rows, you can again crochet 1, and then the next chain 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then you continue crocheting each chain singles. Okay, so I'm going to continue crocheting, and I will come back to show you. I'm going to try to finish this. Well, I have lots of yarn in here. I finished one ball, so this is the second. So I don't think I'm going to be finishing, because these have more yardage than this one that I crocheted, because this one has more in one ball. Let me just see each one. It doesn't say it here. If you go into the website, it should say the yardage, the meter. Unfortunately, it doesn't say it in here. But yeah, so I'm going to let you crochet, because this is going to take time, and I will come back and we'll go from there. Like I said, this takes time, but doesn't this look nice? Look how nice it looks. Texture. Unfortunately, this stitch only works around. You can crochet cowls with this stitch. You can crochet baskets, bags like this, bigger bags, containers, anything that is around. You can crochet this stitch, and it really looks nice, the texture. So I will come back to show you the end result, and have fun crocheting. Okay, so I have finished the entire second ball, and what I did is I did another increase, and because I crocheted, let me show. So what I did here is I increased here to 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, like that. And then when I crocheted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows, I did another increase, 2, 1, 2, 1 on each chain. And I did another row, and I was doing my second row. Unfortunately, the yarn is finished, so I'm just gonna finish it off. I don't want to start another ball, because it's enough. If you want it wider, you can continue crocheting with a new ball if you want. Okay, I have my 3.5. That's okay. I'm just gonna finish it up. So I'm just doing my last stitches until I use up the yarn, and I have a little bit left. Just gonna show you a trick. I did show you these tricks on my previous videos, but I'll show it here. So what I do is, from up I'm going down. So I'm going to do a slip stitch, and on the next one right here I'm going to make another slip stitch. So this way what I did is I went down, and I can put my label here, and you don't have to notice anything if you see anything. And I just do my couple of chains like this, and I pull it, and then I weave this in here so I secure it. This way you can use up your yarn stash that you have. See, I used up 2 balls from my stash. Less I really like the texture of this. It gives you, the fabric is thicker compared to other stitches like single crochet, half double crochet that we have knit. And this is how the hat looks like. It just stands, see? So I hope you like this tutorial. I just wanted to share this lovely stitch. It's unique, and it gives you that weave texture. So I'm calling this the weave stitch. You can call it anything you want. Even if you make it bigger, you can felt this, right? And then you can make a cowboy hat like this. Okay, great. Again, thank you very much for watching my tutorials. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe, share it with your family and friends, and happy crocheting!